Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Raw Cloud. Today, I wanted to speak to you guys about an experience with a ancient reptilian. Now, when I go to meet this ancient reptilian, it was on mutual ground. I actually went to their place, and it had to be like a pyramid type structure. It was we were in the pyramid. Their society is much like ours. They have like it was more or less male energy where I was at. This ancient reptilian. So he's in this pyramid, and there's more of people like him, but not at the status that he is at. And they look just like a reptilian. He had to be maybe like 7 feet tall, between 6'5", 7 feet, something like that. And I'm looking around, and it was out of respect that I was there. I wasn't there to, you know, I was there to understand and train with this ancient reptilian. That's all I was there for, and to like gather information on how they live, how they function within their society. But my interest was more in this ancient reptilian. He had to be like thousands of years old. Now, think of yourself being like in a pyramid and how pyramids are built, stone, rocks, dirt, sand, all that stuff. They are very in tune with that type of setting. They communicate with the stones, they communicate with the rocks. They understand it, just like how we understand each other, and they understand each other, or how we understand like trees, birds, our pets. We understand them like on a personal level. Well, it's the same thing with them. Like when it comes to their landscaping, they can communicate with the rocks. They understand the other rocks. They understand that vibrational frequency. Now, when I'm in the presence of these particular beings, you can tell like that the energy is dense. It's somewhat aggressive, but not directed towards you. They could be walking around, and just their body language is um, they look almost damn like they walk around almost like damn zombies. Like if they don't have anything to do, they're almost waiting for something to do. They're walking around like like they have like no fucking purpose. Some of them just walk around doing absolutely nothing, back and forth. From what I was seeing. So this ancient reptilian, I wanted to like in this system, you have to challenge them. So he knew what I was there for. He just wasn't interested, in the challenge. So I had to egg him on for this challenge, because in their society, that's how it is. So I took this boulder. I took this boulder, and I tried to since he wasn't giving me the attention that I needed as far as training, I had to catch it. I had to like pique his interest. That's pretty much what I had to do. I had to pique his interest. And now he's the strongest one in there. In that particular pyramid, he's a lot older, stronger, faster. He understands a lot more than these other guys. I don't know if he was controlling them. He you could tell that he stood out amongst these other reptilians. Now, these other reptilians had the ability to shapeshift. Okay, and we're gonna get into Like a lot of these lower reptilians, they're here. They're walking amongst us. Like right now, they have the ability to shapeshift from reptilian to humans. Okay, and that's what I saw. I saw like an overlay of these lower reptilians with uh, in their human form. I saw mainly a Caucasian type overlays of them, and they use and that's probably why they were walking around like in this zombie state. It's because their minds are damn near programmed, and this higher reptilian can program them, telepathically program them and give them like jobs to do. But if they don't have any type of job, they don't have any purpose, then they're just walking around awaiting, almost like zombies, without a purpose until you give them a purpose, uh, a, um, a job to do, and that's what they're walking around anticipating, pretty much just bored out of their fucking minds. But this ancient reptilian, he's I'm trying to pique his interest. I'm trying to you know establish myself within their society just to learn. So I take this fucking boulder and I pick it up and I try to crash it down on his head. And he has the ability to take some of that pressure and relieve it from himself. He communicates with the landscape. So like if he wanted to just I I thought he moved out of the way, but he did not move out of the way. What he did, he communicate with this boulder and it just crumbled. Some of it turned to like dust, uh, and most of it just crumbled around him. So he didn't. It wasn't enough to hurt him or pique his interest. Still, but it agitated him. It did agitate him, but not enough to where you know he wanted to train or uh, spar or fight with me um, as equals. He just was not interested. Uh, See, if I came there as a threat, then I would have, piqued his interest. But I wasn't there as a threat. He knew what I was there for. But I kept trying. I kept trying to pique his interest. I kept trying to motivate him to fight me because, man, like I said, when I go somewhere to train, I go to train, and my purpose was to understand them. I wanted to respectfully understand them at that level. Now, in other terms, we're virtually enemies because they see humans as less than. They see humans as a resource, a food source. Now, you would think just by watching this particular reptilian that they have basic commonality of human society. They act more like, for instance, so when I couldn't pique his interest, when he wasn't interested in fighting me, when I couldn't, so they're naturally aggressive, but they understand us more than we think that they do. Now, if you've seen this reptilian, you would think that he know nothing about the human society because just based off of their how they move, how they interact, we will actually think that they're not as smart as they are, but they are. They have a commonality of us, but it's we would think that it's basic commonality just because how they interact with us. Um, so he wasn't interested in fighting. He did get somewhat aggressive, but not enough for me to train with him. He came at me, uh, but then he lost interest. Now, when you're around these reptilians, especially him, they make this type of energy, like when you're around them, this dull energy within your midsection, it like begins to pull. uh and it's not fear. I think they kind of do something. It could be their frequency, but it kind of like, you will mistake it for fear, like when you get this knot in your stomach. And I've been like this around them before, where you get like this knot in your stomach, being around these reptilian beings. But it's not fear. I don't fear anything, and that was the whole purpose of me being there, is to be there, understand them a little bit more. But it's their energetic field that it pulls, and I think is how they connect to you as well, and that's how they drain feed off of energy. They feed off of energy, and you will know this when you get this pull in your stomach, because I'm gonna tell you how they operate here. These ancient reptilians. So listen to this. We left that pyramid and we traveled to a place like maybe Florida or California. So they like it. They like it in hot areas here on Earth. But they like being around humans undetected. Okay, they do this shit all the time. So we're there in California, maybe Florida, somewhere like that, and there's girls in like their bikinis and stuff like that. So I pop into like this restaurant area, and I'm in the doorway of this restaurant, and this reptilian, he's on the outside. I'm damn near like in the entrance of this restaurant, just watching him, keeping an eye on this ancient reptilian. Now I can see him. Other people cannot see this reptilian. I see him, and he started like catching the scent. Something caught his attention, and it was a group of females. It was a group of Caucasian females, and they're like in a shallow pool on the outside of this building. And in this building could have like it was near the beach, pretty much on the beach. I can tell that there was people walking around. So he caught the scent of these females in this bikini, and they can't see him. They could not see this reptilian. He has the ability to cloak himself or vibrate at a frequency that you guys can't see. But you know about this. You guys already know about this. Now the other reptilians, maybe they can do that as well. But these higher reptilians, these ancient reptilians, Queen Elizabeth did that in front of me, and some other reptilians around her when I encountered Hillary in the astral realm. They cloaked themselves from me by stepping into another frequency. They did that to protect themselves, because I I probably would have eliminated those particular reptilians at that time. So they did that to safeguard themselves, but they can watch me just like this reptilian was watching these females, and he was in another frequency, but I could see him. So anyway, he go up to these females, and he's like on all fours, and they're like in a shallow pool, playing, laughing, and they did not see this reptilian behind them. So he caught the scent of these females, and he was like specifically looking for something within them, something that could pique his interest. And he was like behind their midsection, that sniffing like the back of their asses. And then so he was sniffing these females, and then he will move on to the next female. And this one this one female, I don't know, it was something that he didn't like. She didn't smell too well, and he kind of like turned his nose up, like, damn, that went right up into his nose, and it kind of, it caught him off guard, like she had some bad scent to her. So after that, I end up leaving that place. So I didn't get to train with him, but I still, regardless, I obtained a lot more information on how these ancient reptilians work, how they work within their caste system, how the higher reptilians, like this particular ancient reptilian, how they can connect to these lower reptilians. And here's another thing, guys. Now, a lot of these reptilians are here, and they're participating in this ICE immigration type bullshit. So you're thinking you're looking at humans, but you're looking at a lot of reptilians too. Now you'll have some humans there that may know what the fuck is going on, but they can manipulate these humans, these sellout humans that participate in, doing all of this, these kidnappings. Yeah, so a lot of these, they like having authority over humans. So any type of authority over humans, whether it be like being a teacher, being a manager, um, doctors, you will find a lot of reptilians that are like doctors. They can shapeshift. This I know for a fact. Sheriffs, highway patrol officers. So like when you guys were seeing like a lot of shootings and killings of innocent people, those are reptilians because they feel like they are above human laws. Like the laws do not apply to them. So and this is what I want you guys to understand. So when I'm in this pyramid with the ancient reptilians, he can connect with these lower reptilians. These lower reptilians have the ability to shapeshift, okay, from humans, from reptilians to humans, but they rather stay in their reptilian form. Um, and those are red flags here in the our human world. We have to understand how they function, how they operate within our human society. They will try to provoke fear and authority over you. Don't fall for that shit, okay? Because they have to hide, they have to infiltrate, and we don't have to do that. Just stay with love and compassion, but do not be like a doormat for these reptilians to have like authority over you, because they look for that, for you to show that type of fear or anxiety, or kneel down to them in any type of way. Don't do that. I don't care what it really takes. Just keep exposing. But in the next segment, I do have some more information for you, so stick around for that. Guys, I want you to understand something. Okay, once again, I'm at work and I'm having to keep my voice down. So, and being up under this vent also helps, so that people are not listening to me. Look, when it comes to black hats and white hats, there are two operations that are going on right now. And what you are seeing portrayed in the news, the media, you got to think way bigger than what you ever had in your lifetime, because this is the Great Awakening. This is the hour, the days, the months that mankind has to make a decision. We cannot allow the human collective to be divided. There is no champion. You guys are the champions. You guys are the saviors. And there are higher beings that are operating and helping, but there's also darker beings with darker agendas that know that this system is going to collapse, and they are operating through these agencies like ICE, like the Black Hat Trump. And I told you guys 8 months ago, 9 months ago, that in that video, the deep state can't fool me. When Trump, this Black Hat Trump was coming back in, the original Trump was under heavy attacks and had to go into hiding. He had to go into hiding, and there was true patriots that took on that job within the military. You know, we're talking about the white hat military, and everything is so compartmentalized, and it's for his safety that he stayed in hiding and not in the public eye, because infiltration is a problem. It's always going to be a problem until we get these bad guys up out of here. This fire has been, like I said before, the fire has been burning for a very, very, very long time. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of years that these Anunnakis and Draco Reptilians have been running amok on this planet. And it's all due to control. They love a caste system. They love manipulation. They see us as more. They see us as more than just got this soulless being walking by me. Okay, he's gone now. Look, just like in the human society, okay, you know, there are beings that work in everyday life beside you. You have no clue that they have an agenda. We call them sleeper agents. They are sleeper agents, and when they are awakened to do a mission, you know, they are going to take on that task, just like what's going on right now with the people that have joined ICE. These are the people that were recruited. Now you have human sellouts, and then you have original sleeper agents that have, you know, been activated. These guys have been activated to do a job, just like the hybrids that were created, and the same hybrids that Dr. David Jacobs was talking about in the hybrid program. You know, this was like 25 years ago he was talking about this stuff, 20, 30 years ago, or even more. Well, those hybrids that came here, you know, the government have given them positions here on Earth to do specific things. So you have to take all of this stuff into consideration of what's been going on. I mean, you have to like open up your minds and see what's going on. Never take what is going on in the media as face value, because they control that. They still control that. If the white hat Trump wanted to come out and start disclosing as he wanted to in the original plan, well, that was going to be stopped, because they control all of these news media outlets, and if they don't control it, eventually they will control it. So the name of the game is stay focused. There is a Black Hat Trump that I stated, Dark Fleet, and all this stuff that's going on. These are Nazi organizations from these bitch ass Nordics, these Aryans that work with the Dracos, okay, and they can operate through us. Now, I work beside the positive Pleiadians. I work beside the positive Nordics. There are positive Nordics. These are the guys I told you about that told me to stay spiritual. And all of them, they look almost identical. They wear the blue suits. But you got some bad ones out there too that can portray themselves as the good Nordics. You got some bad ones out there that can portray themselves as the positive Pleiadians. And this is where the infiltration comes in. So look, a lot of these people right here, and I don't really want to call out some of these light workers because they think that they're working with positive beings, and they are being manipulated highly. They are being so damn manipulated. And I really don't want to pull their cards, but if that time comes for me to pull their damn card to help mankind out, then so be it. I will do it, but I don't want to. Just look, red flags are if someone is reporting on white hat information and reporting all of this good shit, stating that ICE is a good organization. Look, I'm gonna tell you straight up what the black hats, who the black hats are working with through these organizations. So ICE is a Nazi organization, and the National Guards are controlled by China. Okay, China is operating the National Guards. Okay, now when it comes to our military, you got the Army and you got the Air Force that are behind the scenes working also with the black hats. Okay, the white hat military. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, you got the Marines that are white hats and operating, and then you have the Navy that are positive white hats. Can they be infiltrated? Absolutely. But I'm telling you the big extent of what's been going on. So look, I gotta be careful. I got this redhead walking around me, and I've already got information on him. So, and he's an atheist. So, and this guy, he looks almost like he's a soulless being, a sleeper agent. And I have this around me all the time, and they do like operations of game stock, and this is why I'm here as well, working in the human society, seeing how things are being operated, on my part. So I'm constantly always working. Okay, now I do want to address this to my good friend Michelle. Yesterday, so when I got another one walking by me. So when I went to sleep, I left my body, and I traveled to see what was going on with this you losing your cat, and all of this stuff was done, and I was being watched. I was being watched by this negative energy that is being it's watching you. Okay, so you losing your cat, it was done deliberately by the dark forces. They don't like what you're doing. They don't like that you are helping. So look, when I got back in my body, this energy, this dark force, it followed me to my home. Like, it really followed me to my home. This is demonic energy. So look, this energy is constantly around you. You're gonna have to clear your energy. Tell your partner or your ex the reason why you guys are having these problems is because this particular energy is trying to divide you guys. It is deliberately trying to divide you. It's going after your heart. Okay, so if it infiltrates the heart, it's going to infiltrate the mind. Okay, the heart clears, keep keep the mind, body, and spirit intact. It keeps the all of those elements of who you are working in sequence. So it wants to throw you off. Okay, and the way to do it is to constantly cause problems. And one of those problems is between you and Aaron, and then on top of that, taking your cat. Okay, and it's operating through low conscious people that feel privileged to do bad things to other people. Again, these are human drones. These are people that can gain stock, people that are sent to you to lower your vibrational frequency. So keep this stuff in mind. Clear your energy. Stay focused. But I do feel like no matter what, your cat is spiritually protected at all times. So know that no matter what, your cat is a powerful spiritual being, and it's gonna know what to do, when to do it. So just tell your partner that a lot of this stuff that's going on is to divide you guys. You're gonna be losing people. You're gonna be losing loved ones, even right down to pets. It's behind this energy that you guys need to clear. Okay. Now, if you're smoking, drinking, of course, it's gonna infiltrate your mind. Bottom line. So, and you have free will. If you want to smoke, you want to drink, that's your prerogative. But this energy is not going to leave until you get all of your ducks in a row and fight it, using all of these positive elements, like clearing your body of all of these toxins that it can attach to. Okay, you have to clear your body, clear your mind, and stay focused. Okay, I gotta go, guys. I love, honor, and respect all of you. Have a good night.